Hello guys, good good evening, right? Still is the same schedule. So guys, good evening. Welcome to this abnormal class, right? So today and tomorrow are going to be the last days of classes. Friday we will have our class, but it will be just the exam on Friday, right? So it will be a little bit different. Tomorrow is the last day of classes. Today we have the listening exercise, the listening test. So a lot of things that are going to be happening today. Thank you so much for connecting on time. Let's see. Sarai, how are you today?
Good evening. I'm pretty well. Today I have been at home, in home office, and that's it.
Okay, good. What plans do you have for, well, this weekend? Are you going to do something interesting?
Not really. I'm just planning to stay at home because I have a lot of homework from university to do. because I need to end up my I don't remember how to say, but that thing that I have to do to finish this November. And Sunday probably, well, I'm going to go to church with my family and probably go to take lunch out. And that's it.
Okay, good. Excellent. Raul, thank you so much for letting these guys know about this one. So let's see. Raul, how are you today?
I'm pretty fine. Struggling with my camera. I don't know why it doesn't work, but I'm pretty good today.
I had a meeting before this class, and some people were complaining about the cameras not working. They said that their cameras were working for other stuff, but for Zoom it wasn't. So if you want to, what you can do is disconnect from the meeting, try to reboot the computer, and connect again. That's something that can help.
All
So
right,
you
that's a
might.
little bit hard for me because I have a ton of stuff open right now because I'm working.
Okay, no worries.
But
Later on.
I will try to reconnect to the Zoom meeting. Hopefully it will
That's okay.
fix the
Don't
issue.
worry. Thank you so much. Milton, how about you? How was your day today?
Hello, teacher. Well, it was great, I think. Normal day. Basically, just I have to work and I'm taking like a rest right now and having my English class. Then hit the sack.
Okay. What plans do you have for this coming weekend?
Well, I'm starting now. I mean, just starting English
When
right
are your
now.
days off again?
No, I mean the class with you right now. I'm just starting English.
Okay. But your days off. You don't have Saturday, Sunday, right? You told me different days.
Uh, Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Okay, good. Well, people, the good thing is that you will have time for you to study during the week, right? So please, guys, remember, as I mentioned to you yesterday, do not take vacations because vacations are going to affect you a lot. You are not going to have classes until January, guys. So will be kind of difficult, right? I don't know if in these days you can, sorry, if in these days you can like join two classes in other place, right? So it will be okay for you to practice at least. So that's something you can try, guys. That's a recommendation that I give you. If not, well, try to practice. Try to practice. I don't know, you can make, I don't know, you watch a video, you watch a movie or something, and then you can make comments about the movie. You can do it with yourself, right? You can talk to yourself, you can record your audios, you can record your answers and stuff like that. So that is something that can help you to, well, practice your English, right? So that's something you can try. Now, Raul, I see you. So your camera is working now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a problem with Zoom. I don't know what's going on.
Not exactly. I had selected blur my background, and that was the problem. When I
Okay,
disable that option, it turned on again.
I see. Okay, good. People, remember to activate the cameras. Remember that tomorrow the same will happen. We will start our class at 8, okay? So we will start our class at 8, also on Friday. These 3 days, we are going to start classes at 8, guys. So try to do it, right? People, practice all days. That will help you. Let's see. Catherine, how was your day today?
Hi, good evening. It was a little bit busy because one of my coworkers is sick, so we've got uh, the double of work, basically like that. But it was great.
Nice to hear that. People be careful. A lot of people is getting sick now. So this COVID, I think that it will be now like the normal flu. A little bit more dangerous, but still, right? So it will be like the normal flu. So we need to take care about it still.
I got COVID last week.
Me
Again.
too. Like the week before, the first week of November, got COVID. So, and now, but now I see more people getting infected with this one. So be careful with this one. People, we will see a new topic today. At 9, we are going to start with our test. So right now we have plenty of time to work with this one, guys. Okay, so let's begin right now. And before we start, people, I want to ask you, what are some habits you have? Think about crazy habits that you have. So what are your crazy habits? For example, in my case, if you ask me, a crazy habit that I have is, I don't know, but I'm used to waking up in the middle of the night to drink something. If there is soda or if there water, stuff like that, but always around 2 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning, I always do it. So I don't know, that's something crazy about me. What about you? Let me listen right now to Sarai. Do you have crazy habits? Could you tell us one?
Let me think. Could you repeat your example, please?
I always wake up in the middle of the night to drink water.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's not because I need it, it's because I am used to it. I just do it just because. What about you?
Okay. In my case, with my days off, I'm set to wake up early. So, for example, on Saturday, if it is my day off, I will always wake up wake up at 4, but then I will continue sleeping because my mind is probably set at that time.
Okay.
Because of the age I get.
Because of the age, could be. Thank you so much. So, Milton, what about you? Do you have crazy habits? Something that you are used to?
Well, I'm thinking about it, and it happens to me when that I said, yeah, when because I have to. Well, I used to wake up around 4:30, but right now around 5. But on my day off, it happened the same. But thinking about that crazy habit, I have no idea right now.
Okay, okay. So you are a normal person in that extent, right? Good. Let's see. Raul, what about you? Do you have crazy habits?
Well, thinking about it, I think I am pretty bored because I don't have any rare habit in my life. So
Think about, I don't know, strange food combinations, guys. Think about it. Do you like to combine crazy stuff like beans with sugar? I don't know, or
I did that thing. Biscuit
so
sugar when I
what
was
is
a child.
what is something that you are used to?
I don't know. Yeah. When I was a child, I thought that putting sugar in my milk, I will cold my milk. So I put a lot of sugar in my milk, trying to cool it.
Okay, good. Well, excellent. Let's see. What about Catherine? Do you have any crazy habit?
Yeah, I already sent it to the chat say that to me it's always been turning off the light when nobody is using it. Because I don't like waste at all. And to be very careful of using the water too.
Well,
I don't
that's
know
a good
if
thing.
it's a habit, but I will say that.
No, it's a habit. In this case, a good habit, something that's really good. Excellent. People, we are talking about things that we are used to do, but crazy stuff we do, okay? In my case, is to wake up at night. It's not all the time, but I do it. I go and I drink water around 2 a.m. and then I go back to sleep. Why? I don't know, just because. What about Cesar? Do you have any crazy habit?
Maybe take more than 6 cup of coffee a day.
How many cup of coffee you said? One?
In between 6 or 10.
That's a lot, my friend. 6.
Yes.
Whoa.
And I know some friends that they don't have nothing of coffee, and then for me it's strange.
No, okay. I don't like coffee, actually. So, yeah, no, I don't like it. If you offer me a cup of coffee or...
Oh, okay, I know if one take more of 5 every day is maybe it's dangerous, but I like that.
What about if you don't drink coffee? How do you feel?
If I test some days and I feel angry or a headache
You feel headaches
without
or angry.
coffee,
Okay.
but I need almost 2 cups a day, the
Okay.
minimum.
Good. Thank you. Esmeralda, what about you? Esmeralda, you're there? Let's see, Rafael, what about you?
Well, I think I am a person that always keep working, and that's a bad habit from my end because I'm working throughout the day and a couple of hours at night. So, example, I start to work at 8 a.m. for example. So after the class, I'm still working. But sure, I'm sending reports, uploading information, creating Excel files, stuff like that. But yes, that's from my perspective, is a crazy habit.
Well, it could be, right? So, from your perspective, it is. Yeah, it is, I think. People, excellent. So this one, well, people, these are things that we are used to do. Okay, for us, they could be probably something normal. And that's what we are going to talk today, guys. We are going to see a kind of new auxiliary that we are going to be using here. So, people, we have the auxiliary used to, right? When do we use used to? Do you remember, guys? When do I use used to?
When we're
Past.
talking about past, something that we did.
Exactly, something that happened in the past, you use used to, right? So, but there is a variation of this one. And this is be used to. When do I use this one? Used to is only in the past. This one you can use it past or present, even future. So you can use it in the past, in the present, in the future. When, well, what is the structure? First, I need what do you think, guys? I need my,
Subject.
obviously, my subject. Thank you. But then I use the verb to be. Guys, what do you think? Is it okay? I be or I am? What do you think that is okay? I be used to. I am used to. And we said that we can use it in the past. So I be or I was.
I was.
In the future, I be or I will be. I will be. So guys, the verb to be will be conjugated depending on the person we are talking, right? So I am, I was, you are, you were, you will be, she will be, he was, she was, it is, it was, he is, he will be, we were, we are. Used to, and then the verb, but the verb that we will use here is in ing. So, an example. So guys, that is the structure we use. We can use ing or we can use a noun. Okay, so that's what we can use. That's something that will happen here. So that's the way it goes, people. Okay, so, but this will be, it's okay, but it's not that common. Not that common. The most common are past and present. And actually, the most common is the present. This one will be the most common one. This is less common. And this is not used, actually. It exists. You will see it. Some people might say it, but it's not commonly used. So, guys, that's the way it goes. Questions? Do you have any question about this one?
Me, teacher. Okay, please go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, Milton, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. What about the getting used to?
In a second, we will explain that one. Any other question, guys? Okay, good. We have no questions. So people, we use this one to talk about things that are really common. So for example, Sarai says that she's used to chuponear bread into soda. Okay, guys, how do you say chuponear? Any idea? Chuponear? Well, if it is a liquid,
Brush.
not really. People, if it is a liquid, like coffee, like milk, like water, like juice, whatever, it will be soak. Okay, you soak Oreos into the milk. You soak salt pork into the coffee. Okay, soak, not sock. Sock, that's a different thing. So, and if it is something solid or semi-solid, you will dip. Okay, you dip bread on smash beans, for example. So Sarai she's used to soak bread in soda, right? So good. You know, I do it, but in a crazy way. I like toasted bread with margarine or butter. It doesn't matter, either or. And I soak it into the juice, but it needs to be fruity punch juice. I love it. I recommend you that one, guys. Try it. It's really delicious. So that's something that I'm used to do. When I have bread, I do this. Okay. So people, this is similar to used to, but it is most likely for things that we are familiar with. Okay. For example, I don't know, I'm used to working at night. I'm used to working at night. I'm not used to working on Saturdays and Sundays. The last year that I worked on Saturday was back in 2019. That one was the last Saturday that I remember that I worked. So I am not used to working on Saturdays. Something that I'm not used to. Okay, so that's what it is. Any other question, guys? No questions? Okay, people, tell me 3 things that you are used to. Think about it. I'll give you a minute. Think about 3 things that you are used to. I'm gonna ask you in a second, okay? So think about it. Okay, people, let's go right now. I'm sorry, I have Gustavo Flores. Who's Gustavo Flores?
I'm sorry. I'm Marisela.
Okay,
Using
okay.
my son's computer. I will change the name.
Okay, so you are stalking your computer, your son's computer.
Yes, a little bit.
Give me a second. Catherine, tell me 3 things that you are used to.
Like what, teacher?
I don't know, anything that you are used to. Something that you are used to. Acostumbrada a.
Mm, I will say that I used to get into my PJs when I immediately come home.
You're used to what, sorry?
To wearing my PJs,
What do you
pajamas.
mean? Wearing your pajama.
Yeah.
Okay. You are used to wearing your pajamas. Good, excellent. Let's see, what about Roxana? Tell me one thing that you are used to.
I'm used to sleeping listening to music or
Hey,
an
I'm used
audio
to
maybe.
that. I'm used to that, not music, but listening to something. I
Yes,
sometimes listen to podcasts and stuff like that.
I
So
do
good,
that too.
excellent.
I need it for sleep.
Yeah, I need it.
Actually.
Yes,
Okay.
good. Raul, how about you? Tell me something that you are used to. Let me ask Rafael, what about you?
Well, in my case, I used to go out on weekends, but right
Okay,
now I no longer do it.
you don't, so you were used to in this case. You were used to the past, right? Used to.
Yes.
People, question for you. Go out or going out?
Going.
Remember?
Wow.
Okay,
Going out.
going out. I
Okay.
was used to going out with my friends on weekends. Now, not anymore. I don't have time. And even worse, I don't have money in my case, right? So that's what happens. Good, excellent. Morena, do you want to try one?
Well, I used to go, no, I used to went to the Paseo del Carmen in Santa Tecla
Okay, you used to went
for
to
on
Paseo del Carmen.
Saturday, on Saturday afternoon for to drink a ponche.
Okay, lady, let's see. Subject, who is the subject?
Me,
So you say,
I drunk.
verb to be, in past.
I was
So I was,
when
no went,
no
I
drunk
was,
drunk.
look, I was. This one is the one that you will use after was. I
used to
I was
I
used
was
to.
used to
Used to what? What activity was it?
drinking
I was used to drinking
ponche.
whatever you drank in Paseo del Carmen. La 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 and la 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 la. Okay, repeat again.
Okay.
Tell me, Morena, what is something that you are used to or were used to?
Okay, I was used to drinking a ponche in Paseo del Carmen.
Okay, good, excellent, excellent. That's the way it goes, right? That's how we use it.
Thank you.
Oh, what's the difference between was and were? Remember this, guys. Let's see. I was. You were. He was.
No, teacher, I'm sorry. My question is, what's the difference? I used to play soccer, or I was used to play in soccer.
Okay. In this case, it is almost the same thing. I used to play soccer. That means that it was an activity that you did in the past regularly. When you say, I was used to playing soccer, you are talking more, well, you are giving emphasis, not that it was common, but that you were familiar with the activity. So that's the difference. That's the little difference. The emphasis you make. I used to live in a good neighborhood. I was, sorry, I was used to living in my neighborhood. One tells me the past, the other one tells me that you were familiar with. That's the only difference, okay? In the past. That's why I told you guys it is less common to use this one. Unless you want to make emphasis, right? The most common is in present. Because we cannot say this in present, right? I used to play soccer. No, you cannot say it in present. That is impossible. So you say, I am used to playing soccer. That's the way it goes. Questions, guys? Do you have any question here? No questions. People, there is another auxiliary similar to this one. Get used to. Okay. Again, you can use this one in past. Past, present, or future. In this case, all of them are equal. So we don't use more this one in present or no. This one, all of them are the same. What is the structure? Subject plus get used to. Sorry, guys, come on. Sorry, people. I closed the whiteboard. So, guys, what we were saying, okay, subject used to plus similar to the other one, right? Subject used to plus ing or noun, right? People, be careful. She gets third person, right? She gets used to the new program. She didn't get used to the city. She didn't get used to the city. She didn't. We use the auxiliary, right? She got used to using the new tools. She wasn't getting used to living alone. She wasn't getting used to living alone now. In that moment. It's better. So remember that the verbal tense we use will affect the get. You can use a get in third person. You can use the normal get. You can use the get in past with the auxiliary didn't, with the auxiliary don't or doesn't, with the auxiliary will or won't, with the present continuous. Any. What's the difference? This is something you are familiar with. Okay, so with this one, you are telling me that you are familiar with the activity. I am used to playing soccer. Get used to, you are describing the process. I am used to playing soccer. I am trying to get used to playing soccer. I got used to playing soccer. So you are telling me that you are in the process. Okay, you are adapting. When you finish the adaptation, you can use this one. Okay, I got used to the new classes. I got used to the speech methodology. I got used to this thing. That means now you are used to the speak methodology. So that's what happens, right? This describes the process. This is the final part of the process. So that's what it is. Questions, guys?
Could you please repeat the explanation, especially get? For example, to get used to is not the same to be used to.
Let me see. So let's remember the COVID days, right? In the first day of COVID, what was the recommendation? Oh, the recommendation was to use the mask. Did you like the mask the first day, guys? Did you say, oh, the mask, I love it. It's the best thing humans have created. No, right? We said, come on, I don't want to use this thing. I cannot breathe. I will die. I don't want to use it. I will make a little hole here to breathe better. Whatever, right? I will not use it until I see the police officers. You remember, right? At the beginning, police officers could tell you, hey, use your mask. So at that moment, we were not used to it. Okay? We got used to it. We try to get used to it. In the past, it was the adaptation process. Okay? For example, guys, I remember I got used to wearing mask until the lockdown. Cuando fue que nos encerraron a todos, right? So until that moment, I got used to it. Now, today, November 16, 2022, I can tell you, I am not still used to it. I am not used to wearing my mask. I still hate it. I don't like it. I use it, but still I am getting used to it still. Okay? I am getting used to it. Good evening, mister. So I am getting used to it. Yo sigo en el proceso. I don't know if you already adapted. Si usted ya se adaptó, you are used to it. I am here. I am trying to get used to it. Still in the process. Probably I will get used to it. Probably never, I think. Okay, so that's the difference. Get used to emphasizes the process. Be used to it tells me the end of the process. It tells me the final result. That's what it tells me. Okay, that's the way we can use this one.
Okay, thank you, teacher. I got it.
Don't worry. Any other question, guys? Okay, people, let's do something right now. People, I send you a test, a little quiz that we are going to do using used to on both chats, WhatsApp and Zoom. So guys, let's go. Let's resolve this one now. Let's try to do it. Okay, guys, did you finish?
Don't, teacher.
Okay, let's
Yes.
wait a little bit. I'm sorry, I was talking. So, number one, let's begin. Sarai, can you help me with number one, please?
Yes, reading the full sentence or just the
We
answers?
including the right answer.
Okay. Tom drove everywhere. He's going to need time to get used to walking.
Process, right? He is in the process of walking. He doesn't like to go and walk, but he's getting used to it. Great. Number two, Morena, can you help me with number two, please?
Okay. Number two, I am not used to using my phone to listen to music yet.
At the moment, I am in the process. So I cannot say that I am ready right now. So I'm not used to using my phone to listen to music yet. Later on, yes, but right now, no. David, number 3, please.
Yeah, sure. I'm not used to using my phone to listen to music yet.
No, number 3.
Okay, I'm sorry. David is extremely stressed. He hasn't got used to working so hard.
At the moment, still in the process, right?
Yes, in the process.
So he hasn't got used to working. Okay?
Right.
Good, excellent. The next one, Raul, can you help me with number 4? Well, Rafael, can you help me with number 4, please?
Yes, let me see my answer.
Thank you.
The number 4. For number 4, I work shift in my new job. I have to get used to that.
I have to get used to that. Okay?
Yes.
Good. Is that okay, guys? Jenny?
I think so.
I'm sorry, Jenny?
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yes,
But
it is okay.
I try to tell you that I want to participate.
Okay. Number 5, Jenny, all
Sarah
yours.
thought she would never get used to New York.
She would never get used to New
to New
York.
York.
Okay. Let's see, guys. The next one, the number 6. Kevin, can you help me, please?
Hi. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, give me a second. Hi. Okay. The winter is not so bad. We are used to much colder weather.
Good. We are used to much colder weather. Good. Excellent. Well, guys, we'll see. And ta-da! All of them are correct, guys. That's the way it goes. 6 out of 6. Great, people. Great job. So, guys, do you have any question about get used to, be used to, something you don't understand yet? People, let's talk about English, okay? So, what do you do to practice? What things do you think that are difficult for you? What things were difficult for you? So try to include get used to, be used to in your answers. For example, learning English is a difficult process. I'm still trying to get used to not using Spanish to speak. That's something difficult for me because, you know, when I started to learn English, I was used to using all the vocabulary that I know, but then blah, 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 blah. So guys, try to use in your answer the auxiliaries. They are semi-auxiliaries. Auxiliaries we learned today. So guys, we are going to practice now. Let's begin, okay? So the question is, describe your learning process. Okay, so tell me something that you got used to, something that you are trying to get used to, something that you are used to now, and so on and so forth. So let's go with this one right now, guys. We are going to work in trios, okay? Let's participate. Let's go. Use the auxiliaries we learned. Let's wait for everybody, guys. Okay. People, let's see. Let's begin right now. And I want to hear how would you describe your learning process, okay? Remember, try to include the auxiliaries that we learned today. David, let's begin with you. Tell us, how would you describe your learning process?
Good evening. Well, let's see. About my learning process, I'm still trying to get used to speaking the past sentence. Because sometimes I get confused, and when I want to speak in the past, uh, when I realize I'm speaking in present, and I guess this is my problem right now. But with the rest, I think I used to do my best speaking English and trying to pay attention to learn more, every day. So I guess my learning process is going good, I think, right now, because without knowing, when I realize, I see that I'm learning. uh, when I talk with somebody else, I see that I have learned a lot. and and uh, and right now, I'm getting used to adapt me to the new hours that we have, to the course, like 8 to 10. And I have to do an extra effort because my job, I have to leave something without do over here. And after my class, I have to work a little hard to finish uh, my homework here, and in my job. And I guess that's all that I could say about that.
Good. I really like it. It was very fluent, David. Still a little bit pausey, but it was really good. I really like it. The fluency improved a little bit. So little by little, you are going to start seeing the results, right? It was really good. Be careful with some little things. I have to left. Remember, when you use have to, the verb will be base form. I have to, for example, I have to leave the things that I do. Okay, in that case. Besides that, it was really good. Thank you so much. So great job. Excellent. I really like it. Let's see. Another person. This one goes for, I want to listen to Marisela. Please help us. Could you describe your learning process?
Okay, my learning process of English started when I was a kid because my aunt, she used to send us videos in English. So it was a video cassette. So I started to watch videos in English and without subtitles because it was like a native video. So I got used to seeing movies in English. And then when I grew up a little bit and I started to read, I put the subtitles in English and I started to remember the words, to apply it in a conversation and think about the vocabulary. And even the songs, I sang the songs because it was it was a kid movie. So it was very interesting, all of the things that we used to see. So, well, I never went to academy before I started to speak in intermediate one. So it was hard to me because I never, I would never listen to a teacher and teach me grammar only in the school, but in the school it was very basic form. So I'm glad that I will be here and finish the model in the next year. And because I got used to receive the classes in the night. It's very difficult because my job, my family, and I have a lot of things to do. But I think that I'm on a good way and I'm starting to be like a better person because I'm a sociable person and I want to talk with a lot of people and I want to travel. And I think that I'm improving myself, but I'm not used to write in English. And one of my goals that I had is that I want a job with email or chat because I don't like to receive calls. So I hope that I will get better in the future.
Excellent. Thank you so much, lady. I really like it. Good. And I really like that you were using even the things that we saw in this module, like would, to talk about the past. So super good job on that one. Good grammar, good fluency as well. Careful with one or two little words. Intermediate. That's how you say it, right? So intermediate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, intermediate. Besides that, it was really good. Thank you so much. Great job. People, right now, we are going to work on the last quiz exercise we will have. So please, everybody, get a piece of paper. And if you want to, you can do from 1 to 50, okay? Because 50 questions are the ones that we're going to have. The test will take 24 minutes. So please, guys, remember not to take notes. Pay attention because I will not pause the video. So imagine this is the real toughest TOEFL test. So you need to pay attention to this one. So guys, let's go right now. Let's try to number the page if you want to from 1 to 50. The test will be divided in 3 different parts. The part 1 is the little questions, right? Like audio question, audio question. Then you will have conversations. They're going to be some audio conversations, some questions, okay? So you will need to answer the questions based on the audio. And finally, you are going to have a university topic. They are going to be talking, it will be a lecture, so you know how this one goes, right? So please, everybody, let's get ready.
Teacher, we need a we need to take notes.
No, you don't need to, you are not meant to take notes, guys. So just listen and answer. Okay, my little kids, let's begin right now.
Conversation. Number 1.
So guys, let's begin right now. You see, right away, we start with the test. So let's go with number 1 and so on.
Now let's begin with the first conversation. Number 1.
Excuse me, do you know which apartment Sally Hill lives in?
Sally Hill? As far as I know, she doesn't live in this apartment complex at all.
What does the man imply about Sally Hill? Number 2.
Roger, may I use your phone? I think mine is out of order.
Feel free.
What does Roger tell the woman? Number 3.
Were you able to solve that math problem?
To tell you the truth, I found it simply impossible.
What does the man say about the math problem? Number 4.
Uh-oh, your roommate's making dinner again. Your kitchen is going to look like a tornado hit it.
Maybe not. Last night he cooked dinner and left the kitchen spick and span.
What does the man say his roommate did? Number 5.
How did you learn so much about trees?
Mostly from my father. He studied forestry in college.
How did the man learn about trees? Number 6.
Hello.
Hi, Tom. This is Brenda. Since you couldn't come to class today, I just thought I'd call to tell you what Professor Barkley told us. He said we're going to have to write a research paper.
Really? And how long do we have to finish it?
What does Tom ask Brenda? Number 7.
Julie certainly seems to like classical music.
She doesn't like just any classical music.
What does the woman imply about Julie? Number 8.
How did you do on Professor Dixon's history test?
Probably not too well. I skipped a couple of questions and I didn't have time to go back to them.
What does the man say about the history test? Number 9.
I can't seem to get the lid off this glass jar.
Maybe you could heat it in some warm water.
What does the woman suggest? Number 10.
This desk must be an expensive antique.
It may look like that, but I got it for next to nothing.
What does the woman say about the desk? Number 11. Traffic downtown was terrible today.
You don't have to tell me.
What does the woman imply? Number 12.
I wish my classes were over so I could get out and enjoy the sunshine.
Nice out there, isn't it?
What does the man mean? Number 13.
Gary's using that old tape player of yours.
He's welcome to it.
What does the woman mean? Number 14.
I'm going to make a run for it. You don't happen to have an umbrella I can borrow, do you?
No, but here's a newspaper.
What does the man imply the woman should do with the newspaper? Number 15.
I think Ed is the best choice for president of the student assembly.
So do I, now that Margaret's dropped out of the race.
What does the woman mean? Number 16.
Did you paint your apartment by yourself?
Actually, I got my brother to help. He owed me a favor.
What does the woman mean? Number 17.
I'd like to go swimming this afternoon, but it's such a long walk to the lake.
I know a shortcut. Let me show you on this map.
What does the woman offer to do for the man? Number 18.
I can't tell if this picture is straight or not.
I'll hold it while you stand back and take a look.
What are these people doing with the picture? Number 19.
I'm going to Stephanie's house. I have an assignment to complete and I need to use her computer.
Why don't you buy one of your own? Think how much time you could save.
What does the man suggest the woman do? Number 20.
From what I saw, your volleyball team needs a little more practice.
Only if we want to win some games.
What does the man imply? Number 21.
Have you seen Shelley recently? The last time I spoke to her, she said she hadn't been feeling too well.
Well, when I saw her this morning, she was the picture of health.
What does the man say about Shelley? Number 22.
Everyone's getting a little impatient. Can't we call this meeting to order?
Once Lou gets here, we can.
What does the man mean? Number 23.
Marianne, are you going to buy those sunglasses you looked at?
I wouldn't buy that pair even if I could afford them.
What does Mary Ann say about the sunglasses? Number 24.
You can't expect to become a tennis pro after just a few lessons, Ken.
I shouldn't have had such high hopes, I suppose.
What did Ken probably expect? Number 25.
We only have a few more points to talk over.
Good, because I need to wrap this up soon.
What does the man want to do?
Play a game, right? Play a game.
Number 26.
Can I help you?
I'd just like a couple of books of matches, please.
What does the man mean? Number 27.
Should I take California Street or Oak Street to get downtown?
What difference does it make? It's the same distance no matter how you go.
What does the woman mean? Number 28. Did you hear the announcement?
Yes, and I could hardly believe my ears.
What does the woman imply about the announcement? Number 29. Brian, could you handle this suitcase too?
How many hands do you think I have?
What does Brian mean?
Number 30.
I'm so glad I can go camping this weekend.
Then you don't have to study for that physics test after all?
What had the man originally thought about the woman?
With this one, guys, we finished the first part. You can go now with the second part. In this one, you will listen to long conversations.
Now let's begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 to 34. Listen.
So guys, 31, 32, 33, 34. 4 questions we are going to answer with the next audio.
Listen to the following conversation.
Walter, why haven't you been coming to Professor Crosley's anthropology class?
What do you mean? I've been there every morning.
Every morning? But, oh, I get it. You must be in the professor's morning class in cultural anthropology. I'm in her afternoon class in social anthropology. So tell me, how do you like her class?
Oh, it's very interesting. So far, we've been studying the art, the architecture, and the tools of different cultures. And this Saturday, our class is going down to the local museum. They're having an exhibit of the artifacts of the early inhabitants of this area.
Your class has quite a different focus from mine. We're studying social relations in groups. For example, this week we've been talking about marriage customs and family life in a number of societies, including our own.
So what's your opinion of Professor Crosley?
Well, she asks her students to do a lot of work. We're going to have 2 tests and 2 research papers, but she's a fascinating lecturer. I've never taken an anthropology course before, but I'm glad I decided to take her course.
Yeah, same for me. In fact, I never thought of anthropology as an interesting subject, but now I sure do.
Number 31. What do the two speakers have in common? Number 32. When does the women's class meet? Number 33. Which of the following topics would most likely be discussed in the man's class? Number 34. What had the man's opinion of anthropology been before this term? Questions 35 to 38. Listen to the following phone conversation.
Hello, this is WBCL Community Television Studios. How may I help you?
Hello. I'm calling because I saw an advertisement in the campus newspaper. It said there was a summer internship available for a student who wants to work on your local news program.
Right. But you do realize that all of our interns are volunteers. It's an unpaid position.
Oh, sure. I understand that. I just want to get some experience working for a television news program. You see, I'm thinking about a career in television news production after I get my degree.
Oh? Are you majoring in telecommunications?
No, in journalism. But I've taken some telecommunications courses.
I see. Well, you'll need to talk to Ms. Wagner. She's in charge of the internship program. But first, you'll need to come here to fill out an application form. Can you drop by the studio later today?
Number 35. Where does the woman work? Number 36. Why is the man applying for this position? Number 37. What is the man majoring in at the university? Number 38. What does the man need to do next in order to get the position?
This is the end of Part B. Go on to Part C.
Now let's begin Part C with the first talk. Questions 39 to 42. Listen to the following lecture.
So guys, we are going to listen to a lecture now.
Go on to Part C.
Now let's begin Part C with the first talk. Questions 39 to 42. Listen to the following lecture. How many of you were at the football game Saturday night? Did you notice the blimp circling the stadium? Today's blimps are much smaller descendants of the giant airships, sometimes called Zeppelins, that were used in the early 20th century. Like those Zeppelins, blimps are lighter-than-air aircraft. But blimps differ from Zeppelins in a number of ways. First, as I said, they are quite a bit smaller. The old airships were as long as football fields. And unlike Zeppelins, blimps do not contain an internal metal frame. That's why blimps are sometimes called non-rigid airships. And blimps are a lot safer than the old Zeppelins. That's because they use non-flammable helium in place of hydrogen to provide lift. As you may know, the age of the airship ended when the famous German airship Hindenburg exploded disastrously at Lakehurst, New Jersey in 1937. I say that airship travel ended then, but some engineers believe that large, rigid airships will fly again. These airships of the future could be equipped with jet engines and filled with helium. Although they wouldn't be as fast as modern airplanes, they would be much more fuel efficient. Number 39. What is the main topic of this talk? Number 40. Which of the following aircraft is classified as non-rigid? Number 41. What important event in the history of airships took place at Lakehurst, New Jersey in 1937? Number 42. According to the talk, what advantage would the airships of the future have over jet airplanes? Questions 43 to 46. Listen to the following talk.
Twice a year, all the clocks in the United States are changed by 1 hour. In the spring, clocks are moved ahead an hour. This is called daylight saving time. In the fall, clocks are set back an hour to standard time. People remember how to change their clocks by remembering this saying, spring forward, fall back. It seems Benjamin Franklin was the first person to propose the idea of daylight saving time back in the 1790s. At the time, people thought he was joking. They couldn't believe he was serious. Many years later, during World War I, people realized what an innovative idea he'd had. In the spring and summer, the sun rises earlier. By moving the clock ahead, people can take advantage of the extra daylight and save energy. Energy is an important resource, of course, especially during wartime. The United States operated on daylight saving time during World War I and again during World War II. After that, some parts of the country observed daylight saving time and some didn't. Beginning and ending dates varied from place to place. This confusion ended in 1966, when the Congress passed the Uniform Time Act, standardizing the process and making daylight saving time a federal law. Since then, some lawmakers have proposed that the United States go to year-round daylight saving time.
Number 43. What is the main topic of this talk? Number 44. According to the speaker, when are clocks in the United States set back? Number 45. According to the speaker, how would most people probably have characterized Benjamin Franklin's plan for daylight saving time when it was first proposed? Number 46. According to the speaker, what was the effect of the Uniform Time Act of 1966? Questions 47 to 50. Listen to the following radio announcement.
This week, the city will begin a new program of curbside recycling. If you take your recyclable materials out to the street, the city will haul them away in trucks to be recycled. At present, you can recycle newspapers, aluminum cans, and glass containers. The trucks will not pick up plastic bottles. However, if you want to recycle plastic bottles, you can take them to the City Recycling Center on Pine Street. If you live in the north or west side of town, trucks will pick up your recyclables on Monday. If you live in the east or south part of town, your recyclables will be picked up on Wednesday. If you live in the central section of town, your pickup day is Friday. For more details, see the map in today's newspaper. And remember, when it comes to newspaper, aluminum, and glass, don't throw it away. Recycle it.
Number 47. What is the main topic of this talk?
Sorry.
Number 48. Which of the following must be brought to the city's facility on Pine Street to be recycled? Number 49. In which part of town are recyclables picked up on Friday? Number 50. To get more information, what does the speaker suggest?
Okay, people, do me a favor right now, everybody. You have your answers. Copy them, sending, guárdenlas, no las envíen al grupo ahorita, ¿ok? Save them, envíenselas a otro contacto o algo, because tomorrow we are going to grade them, ¿ok? Because of time, we are not going to do it today. So the test is over, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. I know it was kind of tiring, right? But let's see how this one goes, people. So please, everybody, right now, save your results. Save your results, guys. Tomorrow we are going to grade it. We are going to check it. Okay, guys, so let's see. How did you feel this one? Was it easy? Was it complicated, tiring? Did you like it? You didn't like it? So what's your overall opinion? You want to say something here? Say it now, guys.
Yeah. At first, I think it was not really easy, but it was the easy part. Then I'm not sure if I get stress or more, or I don't know, but it got really hard at the end.
Because those are the hardest things, right? Like the lectures, that implies more vocabulary. So yeah.
I remember one conversation that I didn't understand anything. It was the worst. I don't know why, but I think it was the word that the conversation used during the topic. So yeah, a little bit hard, I guess.
It was a little bit hard. Somebody else wants to say something, guys?
Yeah, me, teacher.
Go ahead.
Being honest with you, I didn't take notes because you said don't take notes, even the answer.
You don't have to take notes. It's
no,
not
I
necessary.
mean, all right. So for me, I have one specific part that, yeah, I didn't understand anything. I feel like the rest of I mean, it was not easy, but I could understand almost everything. But the part of the football, that something happened on the football field and like the accident or something like that.
Okay, I know
I
what
don't
you
know if
mean.
it's like alien, it said Zeppelin, but I didn't understand anything. That was the hardest part for me.
Okay, tomorrow we are going to check it. We will analyze that one. Okay, but yeah.
I continue that comment, and in that case, the comments start with the football, and then your mind change to thinking in football, but the title is different. It's related with the globe. I don't know.
Don't worry. I know what's kind of
the
confusing.
Hindenburg accident and different things.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I thought it was like when you see something on like the aliens, circles or but no.
Don't worry. Okay, tomorrow we will see what the questions were. Okay, the ones that we have problems. So, well, actually, guys, that part, they were talking about blimps. What is a blimp? Just give me a second. I'm gonna show you now.
I have heard the Zeppelin, but not the blimps.
The teacher, well, the teacher was talking about he said at the beginning, did you go to the stadium last weekend? Did you see the blimps and they were doing circles and blah, 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 blah. So blimp, this is a blimp, guys. And it is different from an airship, right? The airship is this one, okay? So like this one. There was a disaster that happened in 1937. This is the one that they are talking about, the Hindenburg disaster. So this one exploded because of the fuel it had. This one had hydrogen. But now the blimps, they don't have hydrogen. they have something, well, they have helium. Helium is a gas, the one that you use to
Balloons.
to make balloons, right? The ones that they float.
Stays in the air.
Yes, so that's what they were talking about. That
And
was
what
the
about-
whole lecture about.
What about the word Zeppelin?
Zeppelin is like an airship. It's the same thing. So this is a Zeppelin. And they are known to be rigid. A non-rigid aircraft, it will be this one, because they don't have a metallic structure. This one had a metallic structure. That's what they said in the audio. This one doesn't have. This is only air. This one was like different, right? So that's what they were talking about. Morena?
Okay, only I have to speak about that topic. Only I associated the words with a different, similar situation because I didn't know the mean blind, but in the conversation I hear that many times blind, and I associated with a disaster for complete the
Okay.
conversation.
But I am 100% sure that now when you see this word, you will recognize what a blimp is. You are not going to forget it. Never in your life. So
yeah.
So that's what is it about. People vocabulary. Actually, if you practice more vocabulary, you will get no problems with this one. Acuérdense, mañana empezamos a las 8. Vamos a ver el último tema que va a venir en el examen, guys. Run-on sentences. If you want to study a little bit about it, so go by run-on sentences. Okay, that's the topic for tomorrow. Run-on sentences. That's the one that we will see. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for coming. These 2 hours tomorrow as well, 8 p.m. Okay, so, and tomorrow we will see the results. We are going to look into the test as well. Bye, guys. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, people.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye,
Guarden sus
teacher. Goodbye,
respuestas. No las
everyone.
vayan a borrar. Guarden sus respuestas, please.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.